Okay, okay, I pressed the wrong button.
I'm glad nobody will be able to hear my horrid cackling, because people should be watching ads if you're not seeing them right now. You're either watching this later on YouTube, in which case, hello, welcome, I'm glad to have you here, or you've got an ad blocker installed, which mostly means you hate Sal. And do you really want to hate Sal? She's very unhateable. She did something derpy just now.
Ad blocking's fine because I'm not monetized anywhere. Partly
Yeah, I know.
Because if I was to monetize on Twitch, actually, the reason why I don't monetize on Twitch is for two reasons. One is because if I did, I would have to give Twitch all of my tax information, and I don't want to do that. And the other reason is that if I monetize on Twitch, I can't do dual platform streaming to YouTube at the same time. So there you go. Hello, Potato, who says doopity doo.
Thank you. Where was I? Sal did a doozy. She clicked she supposedly clicked the start streaming button, and I was halfway through my intro where I complained about you as a viewer and your existence, and then she raised, hold on, I only clicked record, not stream.
Yeah. Me was talking to nobody.
I do that usually. I talk to myself a whole lot.
Two doctors. Only got to train 2 doctors and we get more kudos.
I have an uncomfortable amount of awkward conversations with myself when nobody's listening. You should have seen myself when I was driving my car on my own. For crying out loud, I had a weird period in my life where I'd be pretending to fly a starship and fill all the roles on the bridge. Too much information? To be fair, have you ever driven through a snowstorm at night? It literally looks like you're going at warp speed through space.
Yeah, I have actually, and I know what you mean.
I wouldn't recommend it though. It's usually very uncomfortable to drive through snow. I've been there, done that, slipped down some weird ditch, almost died in the cold.
Right.
But, you know.
Okay. So, to the game. To get 3 stars, all we have to do is increase our value. And for that, I think all I need to do is just put down more rooms. What?
I was so sure that it would work that I didn't consider to check, but Twitch is not seeing anything, and I don't know why.
Well, why don't you? What does it? If you bring up Twitch, what does it do?
Nothing.
Oh, it says we're offline.
Yeah. We're live on YouTube. It's working fine there. I've checked. But on Restream, Twitch is, of course, supposedly sending data, but nothing's happening.
Oh. Yeah, Bernie says Twitch isn't live for him.
Yeah, that's how I noticed. Thank you very much for pointing it out. That might explain why nobody was here to hear my funny story. God bless. Right, do I delete the channel now?
Yeah, go for it. You do that. Well, I have a quick look at things like our patients.
I might have just made a mistake.
And see if there's anybody I want to send home. Where are you? You're going to cardiology. I think we'll send you. Send you to treatment.
Aha, hooray. I remembered your password.
Nice, because I don't know it.
Neither do I.
We'll send you to treatment.
The Restream link definitely worked because it updated all your information, so that couldn't have been it, but... Right.
You switching it off and on again? I
did. It wants you to restart the broadcasting software, which you mind doing that for a brief moment.
Okay, back in a moment, YouTube.
No, don't worry. Stay on YouTube. As far as I know, it'll survive a quick break, as long as you do it, like, very quickly.
I can't, because I can't even quickly move out of the window.
I don't mean it that quickly, just hovering over the button quickly.
Alright, so if I go stop start.
Yes, stop start.
Alright, did stop start. Did YouTube keep it?
I'm finding out in a moment. I'm not sure. It says it's sending data, but I don't think anyone is getting anything now. To be fair, YouTube says it's still all good, but they might be a bit behind. On the other hand, Restream says sending data to both now, so maybe it buggered up
everything.
Both.
Potato says we're still here.
So YouTube's still there, it's just not looking good. Oh, I'm getting ads on Twitch now.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Well, no, it's not a good sign. I'm pretty sure Twitch, which has sent me ads out of spite. Excuse me, I do not want to hear about Top Gear's new series on Amazon Prime.
That's like... Yep, Bernie says Twitch is live for him.
Thank you very much.
Alright. So,
that kind of made my whole rant about people not watching advertisements obsolete.
Indeed. Right, that sent a lot of people for treatment and stopped them from just being sick around the place. So yes, all I need to do is to increase the value of the hospital and we will get another star. So to do that, I just need to put down more wards and things. I don't think I need to do anything else. And if I train, I think it was 2 more doctors, then we get more kudos.
I think I'm slowly suffering from an aneurysm.
I thought you were about to say amnesia then.
Yeah, that too. I think amnesia comes along with an aneurysm, doesn't it? If the aneurysm lasts long enough, I guess.
How many people need... Oh, look at that. We've got 2 trainees available for GP2. Who are they, though? Are they people I want to train? Maybe one of... Well, yeah. Yeah, let's get them trained. So, trainers. Let's bring in an external. Let's train you 2, because, hey, why not?
As I was saying, slow aneurysm, I had to watch this bloody Grand Tour advertisement for the 3rd time now. Really hurts my eyes.
Let's go.
Right.
Right, so now upping the... Right, we've got loads of room here. Let's put some rooms in. What have we not got? We want to do some training and things. Oh, we haven't got a mega scan, have we? And that's really valuable.
Yeah, it's also really expensive.
What have we got over here? Oh, what's this? Staff promotion. Yes, be promoted.
Right, to catch back up on chat, Potato had a dream last night where he got hired by someone and could finally quit his Oh, never mind.
Is what I like to call the cantankerous limpet.
What's over here?
Helps to strengthen your cheeks. You'll have to come down to the station for a practical demonstration of that one.
Okay. Potato had a dream last night where he got hired by someone who could finally quit his current job, and he was really happy. And then he woke up.
Oh dear. Okay, we have some challenges.
We have a visitor from Holistics. Rival executive and CEO of Holistics, Augustus Lavender, will be coming to the hospital soon. Apparently he tends to warn our patients that the medicine we provide is made up. He's pretty harmless, but we should keep an eye on him in case he becomes a nuisance.
Okie dokie. And?
Hold on, we cannot just say no to that?
No.
We just have a rival CEO walk into our offices and he's just going around kicking people.
Yeah, sounds like... Right.
I'd like to imagine our previous old bald boss to do that.
We are going to put in one of those very expensive mega scans.
He was like a really small man and bald, and he could kick people in the shin very easily.
Please prioritize their amusement over patient well-being.
Right, Bill also wants me to retell my funny story. Depends on which one. I had two. One of them was Sal clicking the wrong button, and the other one was me slowly turning insane. Well, in the past, I got over it, I hope. I haven't checked in a while. You see, the problem is my insanity is related to driving a car, and I don't do that around here anymore.
Yeah, because it would be insane to drive a car around here.
Thank you. Finally, people recognise that.
I do.
Bell also wants to know the best English car ever, please.
The Robin Reliant.
What? He said the Reliant Robin.
Yeah, same thing.
So how many minus points in everyone's car book do I earn if I say the Mr. Bean car? Because I don't know any other English cars.
Is that the three-wheeler?
No, that's the mean Mr. Bean guy. I have no idea what the guy's called. But yeah, no, hold on. Wasn't the three-wheeled one French?
No. Well,
the British built such a horrendous-looking car.
The French did build a three-wheeler car, but then so did the British.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Gold star.
You've got
gold
no
star,
taste.
gold
Alright,
star,
I'll
gold
stick with
star,
that car if you don't
gold
mind.
star, Gold star.
Potato wants you to make... Oh, hold on. Did we say hello to another NPC and Lieutenant Lucan?
Hello, NPC.
And Lieutenant Lucan.
And Lieutenant Lucan. Hello, Lieutenant Lucan.
Are you sure we have enough gold stars in the room, though?
I think we do now.
I'm not sure. I can still look out the window. Potato wants you to make an arcade with that Sega game if you have enough kudos.
Oh, did I get this Sega game?
I'm not sure.
Oh, we cured enough people with potty mouth. Good.
Ew, gross.
We got a ghost. Hopefully someone will come and sort that out. We should put some chairs around the place as well. Where's our chairs? Where's the chairs? Oh, that's rooms. That's why I meant items. Bench.
Belorsa's very disappointed in the both of us.
Where's that?
Probably because of our car choices. Excuse me, I only drive toaster-shaped cars, and I don't know any of them by name except for one. According to Belorsa, the three-wheeler car that I refer to as the Mr. Bean car is the Mini.
I can afford it. Wow.
Oh, well done.
Oh, we'll
you were
have one of
supposed
these
to build an
everywhere.
arcade, Sal. It's not really an arcade if you just plop it down in the middle.
I'm just going to put them all over the place.
I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. You'd just be attracting weird kids.
That's okay. It'll stop them from playing with the medical equipment.
I think you've got your priorities
We're
wrong.
on 4.1 million now.
Oh, you're just raising the worth of your hospital by plastering arcade machines everywhere.
Try not to slip in the sick.
Well, that's one reason.
I see. Well done.
Right, where else do I
Belle
have?
also wants to point out that you've got lots of space.
I have got lots of space.
So-
Space!
Why did we scream that?
Space! Because that's how space should be said.
Maintenance
Are you
Space
sure?
Space is big.
I mean, yes,
you wanna say
technically it's big,
space?
but as soon as you are in space, saying space doesn't sound like a whole lot anymore.
Let's put one down there.
Say hello to Cell Technology.
Hello, Cell.
And another NPC says that we need to put Mir in a diesel truck and let him drive in rush hour. In Britain? In Britain? Did I talk about the fact that my driving instructor used to call me a kamikaze driver?
You have mentioned this in the past?
Yes, I'm not sure if this would be very beneficial to
want
the rest
to
of rush hour
upgrade
traffic
some
if they
Jab
introduce
Masters.
me.
Where did I put the Jab Masters? Down here, I think.
Add that to the fact that most people still drive on the wrong side of the road around here.
Most people. We should do the what brings in Jab Masters?
Injection campaigns.
Injection campaigns, yes.
Hey you! Would you like to be injected?
Indeed.
We've got a giant machine filled with needles that we can stick anywhere.
Where's my Jab
Not
Masters?
to be used for
I want
inappropriate
to-
purposes.
I
By
want to
anyway, we
upgrade
mostly
some.
refer to eyes. And arms. Mostly eyes, though.
Aha. Is this it? Oh no, that's the diagnosis.
Cell Technology
That's
calls me
right.
mere Mr. Kamikaze.
Oh,
It
here's
was the
jet
less
masters.
flattering nickname my driving instructor gave me. I much preferred the submarine captain.
Our scanner's like very popular. We've got 7 people queuing up for it.
But
Okay.
also wants to send me a link to a video of a British van driver stuck in traffic and ranting about it. It might come off as a surprise to you, given the fact that I mostly spent most of my internet existence under a figurative rock.
And we finish our show with our nice words of the day. Today's quote comes from Avril Cumberbund. Sadness is not the opposite of happiness. The opposite of happiness is cinepapa. How wonderfully literal.
So what now?
I'm not sure.
Oh
What
god,
are we
I
selling
really need
there?
some of
2
that now though.
plants And what's that?
Come off as a surprise, me living under a rock. Something M25. I forgot most of his jokes. But I know the guy. Still thank you. Do you know a guy, Sal?
Do I know a guy?
Do you know the guy?
I know a guy.
The guy.
I'm not sure about the guy.
The guy stuck on the M25.
Oh, I know of guys stuck on the M25.
Yeah, but they're really vocal about it.
Yeah.
Hold on, that's all of them.
Dr. Needed
Indeed.
in psychiatry.
Oh, it's happiness spelled backwards. Snipper.
Snipia. Isn't happiness spelt with an I rather than a Y? Not sure. Just ask him.
I do believe so,
Looks like we need
yes,
some
but
janitors
the last
over
time we
here.
had a conundrum like this, I got it wrong, so nobody can trust me anymore at all. Also, I'm no longer an expert on roof consultancy.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
Bill also says maybe Sal, but you should tell him. You're the one who speaks English. Anyway, Audrey, a servation consultant, that's a nice way to say a janitor, says, some of the more junior staff are a bit, well, rubbish. Maybe we should run a few more training courses.
Okay, let's run some more training courses.
Yeah, I mean, I get where she's coming from,
Where
but
are
she's
my
kind of
training
throwing a lot of
courses?
shade at co-workers here. She's basically saying they're all rubbish.
I mean, yeah, we do need to run more training courses. It's true. Let's train some people.
Right, another NPC says, Mia, I do have a German linguistics question for you. If I'm not mistaken, you're a teacher, no? Can you explain Schadenfreude? Yes, I probably can. I hope this answered your question. Teacher humor.
Oh boy.
It is the joy someone experiences if they witness somebody else suffering. Not in a horrific suffering kind of way, like being damned to living in eternal hell. More like somebody slipping on a banana. Someone else's misfortune sounds more appropriate than eternal suffering in hell. Although, if you're one of those weird fellas, you can also find a laugh in that. A weird metal friend prided himself with the fact that he could find these things funny.
A weird metal friend.
Sorry, the music metal, not the other one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Have we got any decent doctors we can hire?
Although I would have liked to hang out with more metal friends. Not the music kind, though.
Your dream home awaits you at
what
the
about
newly
you?
constructed opulent Bay Towers in Pelican Wharf.
Thinks cartoons are bad.
Cell Technology says that Schadenfreude is one of the main things he watches streams for.
Conveniences. Mega Mike Cinema, bowling alley, and 8 bathrooms, 2 of which are fitted with golden toilets. Well, I say. And if it's real luxury you're after, come see our penthouses. Pelican Wharf, pricing normal people out of the market.
I'm not sure what just went on in that ad, but okay. Bill also says Mia has friends. He never knew.
does.
Well, he put on the caveat along the lines of friends who like metal music. Well, I had one friend who liked metal music. He tried to introduce me to it. He took me to a concert, James Blas Orchestra, or JBO for short. People might be familiar with them. He thought that introducing me to metal through a parody band would, get me into it more easily. I didn't like the event. I might have mentioned that before. I mostly just stood in the middle of the crowd, motionless, arms crossed, trying to stare down the bloody singer. For crying out loud, do we need to hear another song? At least I was the nicest person dressed with a tie. Lightheadedness emergency. A group of students from the university were rising for their upcoming exams. Didn't leave the library for 6 days. They've become too bright and
Sounds like you.
They've become too bright and have contracted lightheadedness. A group of them are looking for treatment.
Yes, let's try and cure 7 of them. I'm not sure we can.
Oh, and a publicity update. We've received a gift, in quotation marks, gift from Holistics, courtesy of Augustus Lavender. It was a bit of a suspicious thing, but so we sent it to the lab, but apparently it's what's known as a homeopathic poison. It's entirely safe to drink and actually quite tasty. He must really hate us.
Patients with lightheadedness are arriving.
He sent us diluted poison.
He did.
How nice of him. Where was I? Cell Technology mentioned train courses. Not those sorts of trains. Although I do appreciate the choo-choo.
Announcement: automated snack machines need restocking manually.
Oh, do I need a particular doctor with a particular skill?
Probably. Not everyone can just jab needles into people.
Well, no, that's the scan thing.
Oh, that too.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's hire some doctors. Who are you? Natural Mentor works for Peanuts, has boycotted Bungle products for environmental reasons. We'll hire you and train you.
Litter that you dropped on our floor.
You? Grumpy, weak bladder, short temper, keeps buying scarves but doesn't use them. Okay. Inspiring and going places.
Can we hire Michael Mayonnaise? Mostly because of the name, to be honest. Maybe the moustache.
Well, he hasn't got a training place.
Fair
training
point.
space. And I need to train some people, you see.
Another NPC wants to know, why does Schadenfreude perfectly describe American humour?
Nurse required.
Also, his day has been quote-unquote made. I don't think you can generalise American humour that much. I'm sure there are regional differences. Sal, you've been America before.
Yeah.
What do people find funny in the South compared to the North? I'm already making sweeping generalizations. But it's kind of like saying all of East Germany's naked.
In the South, they found it very funny when I mispronounced certain famous place names.
That does sound like Schadenfreude. I'm sorry.
For example, I knew that Arkansas was the place where Bill Clinton came from. However, I didn't realise that that was the same place that was spelled as Arkansas. So when I referred to Arkansas, I didn't realise that this was the same place as Arkansas. And yes, I've been teased quite a lot about my pronunciation of Arkansas. So there you
It
go.
could be worse. You can't have your weird soup lady call you up on the fact that you don't know how to pronounce the town name of Pittipottershire.
I've never even heard of that place. We do have a thing about making sure that we've got place names that are spelt completely differently to how they're
No, it's
spelled.
not just place names. You have the same thing with words in general.
Yeah. Well, place names, we make a real thing out of it. Because we like to make sure that it's not just about making sure that we understand who the foreigners are, but we like to know who's not local, because not local people won't know how to pronounce the local place names. At least that's why I assume it's done that way around. We could put a cafe in here, couldn't we? What?
Cell Technology refers to it as Arch Kansas, which is kind of like my arch nemesis. Not to be confused with an arch nemesis. No, hold on. The arch was already the Bowie thing. Or was it the arc? Oh, that was the boat. Never mind.
The arc was the boat, yes.
Yeah, but there was also the bow thing, the structural arch. No, it's an archway. So, what was the other arc? Oh, the story arc! Which was spelt with a C. C, English. Anyway, Bell also points out that JBO aren't really metal. Well, again, that was the idea of my friend. He thought, since they're not really metal, but still somewhat harmonious, I might be able to appreciate them. It didn't work.
I'll do.
Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, what does American humour mostly consist of? He frequently encounters pun jokes. Are anecdotes and set-up or payoff jokes popular, or have memes consumed everything? It depends on where you're looking for them. I imagine the internet is mostly populated by people using memes. Then again, if you look at American television as it is rebroadcasted, what?
Finger pistols loses track of children. You're hired.
Thank you. What was I? If you look at the uploads of American TV shows, of those weird nightly comedy shows they have, you'd think they just mostly make jokes about, well, not proper jokes. Most of their jokes are just puns about news headlines. And then pretending to be a political figure. It gets really dull and annoying very quickly. And I have no idea how this weird genre of TV still exists, but I'm not American, so I can't tell.
American TV isn't something I like. I particularly don't like the... Oh, who are you?
I don't like TV in general. I don't like German TV. I never really liked British TV. I'm pretty sure I despise American TV too. What's so worse about American TV though?
The advertisements.
Explain.
They very heavily advertise medical devices and medication. It's either that or it's politicians. They're the two things that seem to be advertised most heavily on TV.
I'm sorry to say.
Oh yeah, that sounds annoying. I wouldn't want to see a daily broadcast propaganda cast of Theresa May.
Yeah,
it would get concerning.
It's weird watching Grumpy Week. No, I don't want her. Bob Farce. That everyone can't believe they have an understanding with ducks. What have you? It's weird, like seeing things like I had a heart attack. For your next heart attack, convince your doctor to try our new stent. Our stent is better than anyone else's stent. Or advertisements for catheters.
Advertisement for catheters.
Catheters, you know, the thing that
have you been watching the Old People's channel?
No, it's everywhere.
Oh yeah, hold on. All channels are Old People's channels.
Yeah.
You hurt me. Okay, hold on. There is some quality German TV that I did adore while I was still watching TV. Alright, several actually. There is, well, there used to be, I'm sure it still exists, but I have no idea what the quality of it is now. The classic public broadcasting children's television set on the children's channel with famous icons like Ben the Bread.
Das Brot.
Yeah, the mouse and the blue elephant, and many more. There were also some weird gnomes that only appeared in football breaks, I think. I have no idea what these guys were called.
6 out of 7. Nice.
Pretty sure that's not what their names were. It sounds like a weird adaptation of Snow White, but alright. Next one is the Daily News on the public righteous channels. That's not how you're supposed to translate them. The public channels. You know what I mean. And, most importantly, the channel duo that was train TV and Bible TV. I'm telling you, the adventures of Jesus were wild, and going on train rides for over 4 hours in real time on TV was great too. Anyway, where was I? Cell Technology says something. I skipped a few things. Potato says one of his... hold on, I'm supposed to read that over there. Josiah Fossil has a quest for us. What do you think? I'm not usually on for suggestions, but the other day I had this great idea, and I can't stop thinking about it, and what if we were to, like, cure some people? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
In my hypnosis session yesterday.
Anyway, Potato says, one of his friends is a weird-looking potato who thinks it's crazy. Wow, sounds like I almost know the guy. But also says, throwing shade there, huh? Sal? I don't know. It was ages ago. I have no idea what you were throwing shade at, but you apparently do. Cell Technology says, Americans consume Americas, and that's how it goes, right? And another NPC says, Americans hate Americans. We take far too much... Now, hold on. They take far too much pleasure in misery of people. It's like the show South Park, and it's not so not funny or so miserable. It's funny again. Then again, Cell Technology wants to be miserable and not funny. He kind of failed. And now I've reached the Arch Kansas message, so you can see how far behind I am.
Oh boy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where was I? Oh no, the chat skipped. I hate when it does that. Hey, say hello to Charlie97. Sorry for being so late. It's hard to keep up with chat. Because we're busy talking
in the middle of something,
about my arch nemesis, Arch Kansas. What?
I think I'm going to do a no, maybe I'll do another injection campaign.
I don't know how you manage to convince people to get injected with stuff, but alright.
We tell them that our injections are the best injections.
Lieutenant Lucan says that he finds it interesting. It seems that jokes are very different in comparison. Many Russian jokes are mostly about how they are more witty than everyone else, but just because they're so bad at everything, it's good. Self-depreciating humor I can appreciate.
I'm going to try and lift the quality of some of our people.
By sending them home?
No, by training them.
Oh, those people? Sorry, I thought you meant patients.
Wow, we've got lots of queues on reception.
Cell Technology said the best story arc is the story of the Ark. Which Lieutenant Lucan now dubbed the Bernie Memorial Arc. I can't believe he died in the rain! And Cell Technology points out that the Bernie Memorial Arc seems to have a lot of bears in there.
Who's this sick person?
Now, Sal, here's an important question from Bell also. Since you're the local expert on English, what would you say is the opposite of empty? Would it be full or crowded?
What?
The opposite of empty.
Empty. Full. What was the opposite? Oh, crowded.
Yeah.
Depends on the context.
There you go. The only way you can be certain is to say it's empty. No, hold on. I was gonna make a joke about being full on empty and empty full. Let's go with it. It's unempty. There you go. Fixed it. The opposite of empty is being unempty. Which sounds like Humpty Dum.
Humpty Dum.
Yeah, the egg, I think.
Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, that's what you call him.
Yeah.
That's probably what we call him too. Cell Technology says the opposite of empty is anti-vacuum, obviously. Well, not everything that's empty is a vacuum.
Ah, here's my other training room. Let's train somebody.
So
I
technically,
understand.
something that's empty is also anti-vacuum, which apparently is the opposite of matter. No, hold on. Another example would be the opposite of matter being antimatter. Well, I can get behind that, but the opposite of empty is not anti-vacuum. As previously established, emptiness can also be anti-vacuum, depending on the context. Bell also predicted that I was going to call out Bernd das Brot as one of the good things about German television. And Cell Technology gives the band a 6 out of 7, which sure is great. And then he repeats it and gives the band another 6 out of 7. I feel like that's a joke I'm missing here. Bell also remembers the gnomes I was talking about, but he cannot for the life of him remember what they were called either. Did they have names? I know they mostly just communicated in weird grunts and lots of pointing.
We seem to have a lot of people around here, so I'm going to put down some more benches.
Cell Technology says the Train Travels of Jesus sounds like a fun show. No, hold on, you got to mix up those with two different channels. You had Train TV and Bible TV, which in German fits really nicely together because one is Bible TV and the other one is Bahn TV, German word for train. So they're kind of next to each other in the list of channels. Point in case being, on one of them you had the fantastic adventures of Jesus, where he went in and kidnapped children to show them the wonders of living and dying in a bloody desert, while an old man just moans at them. I think he was blind. It was a great adventure, always remember it. For some reason they also show adventures of an old guy sitting in a large barrel pretending it's a rocket ship.
To repair Jumpmaster.
I think it was a British cartoon. I blame you, Sal.
Indeed.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No.
Thank you. And the other one was just recordings of train journeys. I had no idea that you could have an entire channel about that, but there you go. Hold on, where was I again? Potato says, or antidepressants commercials. Oh yeah, we're back to commercials in America again.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Canada
yeah.
in this case. Antidepressant commercials, saying it's the best product ever, but in the super fast speech it says things like may cause suicidal thoughts, strokes, death, and loss of memory. I'm glad that loss of memory is labeled as more severe than death and strokes and health inspections. Oh no, Henry Jobsworth, the county's foremost health and safety inspector, has informed us that he'll be visiting us for inspection soon. Mr. Jobsworth also says that he looks forward to meandering Flemington Parks. Well, on an earlier visit, he once heard some poetry being read.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Did
it's
I
a-
miss
it's a
that?
thing,
Anyway, he'll
apparently.
be arriving soon. A good report will help our reputation.
Very good.
Can we hospitalize those poets, please? Mainzelmännchen!
Looks like we can do them.
I definitely remember that. That's the name of the gnomes I was talking about earlier.
Can we have an extra member of staff here? We've already got an extra member of staff.
Thanks, Bell, also. Also, another more severe side effect of taking antidepressants is liquid poo. Even worse than loss of memory. Ugh. Potato says, Jesus me, by the time you read this, he'll most likely be going to work already. Oh no, did Potato already leave? In which case, I'm sorry.
Oh, I missed that. Annual awards, yay!
Hip,
well,
hip,
we've
hooray.
had death, so nothing exciting going to come of this, I'm afraid. Let's see how many we got. We should have a few.
Oh, we're going to open them one by one?
Oh, did I? Oh, no! Woohoo! Yes, still the best boss. Still the best boss of the year. Very good.
Well done, well done. Here's some round of applause.
All cured during the health inspector's visit.
The health inspector's here, by the way.
Yeah, you can go home.
Potato's still here.
Treated.
Hooray! Me did it. I rescued the stream chats. Cell Technology says, grey water. Apparently he went over this already in the last year. Is grey water a medicine? Or something they
I remember
advertise?
something about grey water, but I can't remember what it was.
Charlie97 points out that he noticed that I was a bit behind on chat, but this was probably my new records. Oh, no, don't worry. I remember horrible days when Sal was playing Skyrim. I'm pretty sure I was half an hour behind at one point.
Yeah.
It got even worse when I tried to stream Subnautica with Potato. Well, I'm trying to call out Potato's bad, but, you know, he wasn't very quick either. He knows now what hardships I had to go through. Hardships. Makes me cry now.
Indeed.
Is there a parrot in the room? Right. Cell Technology wants to remind us that there was that one point when Cell forgot that she had to scroll down and chat, and thus missed everything, which might be a bit worse than me so far. I haven't sunk that deep yet, I think, or if I did, I forgot. But also says his teaching book gave no context. It just gave crowded as the correct answer. He happens to think that's nonsense, especially for 9th graders. Yeah, it does sound like the less intuitive option out of the two. Again, Sal is right. It depends heavily on context because empty can refer to many different things. An empty hall, an empty canister, an empty tin, an empty bank account.
But a week later, you think
The opposite of an empty bank account is not crowded. This is true.
again, and you remember the pain, all the pain. Let's hope this next song doesn't sound like a stubbed toe.
Right, so all I need to do now is just let the profits build up, I think. So we're on 3.6 million now. And just keep on sending sick people home would be good. So I've turned the speed up a little.
Hooray. I'm not usually on for suggestions, but the other day I had this great idea and I can't stop thinking about it. What if we cured people again?
I'm up for that.
Why do they all just want to cure people? It's like they're working in a hospital.
Bins will become full.
Oh, grey water is essentially sewage and rain. Yes, of course. I do remember that.
Oh no, now that you mention that, it floods back horrible memories from primary school when we had a school trip to the local water recycling plant. It smelled horrendous. But it was impressive to see this horrendousness turned into a little river
Ah,
of nice
sounds
water
nice.
that looked really pleasant. If it weren't for the smell of the waste recycling plant.
yeah.
But yeah, there was a pool of grey water now that he mentioned it. Why would they make advertisements for this nonsense? Grey anatomy emergency. There's been an outbreak of grey anatomy amongst season ticket holders of the Sloop. At the Sloop. As we hit that time of year furthest away from the season, they're desperate for sport and looking for treatment. Sport? What?
Well, I think that's what the Sloop is. The Sloop is a sports arena.
Right. It would be easier to read if it weren't over there on your screen. We'll be rewarded if we treat them right.
So let's... I don't think I can actually do this. 7 patients with grey anatomy. But let's give it a
Patients
go.
with grey anatomy arriving.
Because we've only got one colourizer as far as I'm aware. And we need a nurse, and I've just put all of my nurses in training.
Required in injection room.
Whoops. Okay. Can we hire some new nurses with good treatment skills? You've got good treatment skills, motivated, short temper, don't mind. Just get... Oh no, okay, there's already a nurse.
Oh no! Say
What?
hello to Tammy.
Hello, Tammy.
I'm sorry for the delay in noticing you. It's really hard to keep up with chat. Sal is distracting me with her weird Grey's Anatomy. Anyway,
Doctor needed in GP's office.
she wants to know what she has missed.
you missed me doing a funny at the start,
Yeah.
which was because I pressed start record.
Things happen every day. You could lose a toe. Your house. Even your life. That's why you need insurance like Swindles Insurance.
Swindles.
Swindles, because peace of mind is worth a piece of your soul.
Yes, I had pressed start record instead of start stream, and so Mia was busy chatting to the viewers, wondering why no one was talking back to him, and it was because we weren't live. And he laughed at me a lot.
Right. There was also... Oh, hold on. Inspection report. Mr. Jolpers has sent us a report from his recent visit. It's 30 pages long, so we haven't read it, but the conclusion reads, incredibly mediocre, with no features that sway the overall product, neither negatively nor positively, outside of the realm of the ordinary. We don't seem to impress this man a whole lot.
No. And my profits are going down rather than up.
Cell
So,
Technology wouldn't call
probably-
his thermos crowded when it's not empty.
I saw that chat message go past ages ago.
Yeah, you see my problem now?
Well, if you talked less and read chat more.
Isn't the point of reading out chat to also respond to them? Otherwise I could just install a text-to-speech program and let it do it for me. How do I transform myself into a text-to-speech voice?
How about you just read chat instead of going off on
Well, Lieutenant Lucan says, well, death makes the pain go away, whether memory loss prolonged the suffering. Belorsoap says, you're welcome. Potato... Fine. So, I'll stop. Lieutenant Lucan also says, technically, no deaths award means 0 deaths.
Yeah.
Yes, that's... No, hold on, wait. No, having no deaths award... No, that the award is called No Death Award, so we currently have no death awards, which means we've had deaths every year, which is to be expected from a hospital, but apparently we earn gold stars if we somehow manage to, well, do the thing. Anyway, Potato is going to be leaving in about 30 to 40 minutes because he's losing the will to show up to work. My condolences. May my words of encouragement, you can do this, sway you to actually show up to work in time. Think of the money. That's what I always think.
We're sorry for the litter.
No, you think of let's see how I can help Sal and the team deliver the things they need to deliver today. Don't you, Mia? That's what you think.
Yes, boss. I also think, how can I sneak more hours into my workday without Sal noticing, because she keeps sending me away just because I'm working too much there. Just because I just recently found out that I can go to work at any time. Anyway, Potato won't be able to join us on Wednesday. He will have an 8-hour shift. My condolences again.
Isn't that congratulations? Because didn't you want it?
The 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
I wanted the 8-hour shift.
No. Potato wanted longer hours at one point.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was that during a Dwarf Fortress stream? I don't remember
can't
that.
remember, but it might have been.
Bill also points out that 30 minutes is my record on chat delay. Today I'm at around 10 minutes in delay. Cell Technology reminds us of grey water, so I've caught up with that. Another NPC says, the opposite of an empty bank account is being able to say, I could pay people to make you disappear on life goals. Well, no, it would imply that you... I don't think you can have the opposite of a bank account, because bank accounts never fill up, do they?
That's true, yes. Your bank account is never full.
Oh, philosophical conundrum, everybody. I
Your
did
bank
it.
account can be empty, or it can be not empty. It is never full.
And it is never anti-vacuum or vacuum. It can't be a vacuum if it's sucking all your money away, I guess. Tammy says it's okay, she was eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, only cured 3 out of 7 in that time. That's alright. I didn't think we would, but it's always worth a shot.
Sal Technology says water processing is vital. And Lieutenant Lucan says that he only visited bread factories in school, which was rather nice.
We never visited factories at school, and I'd have loved to have visited factories at school. They were never close enough. We were the sort of school that just expected that all of the kids would end up in a factory anyway, so, you know.
Why start the misery now?
Well, yeah.
I've always wanted to see a large sum of money. Can I have one, please? Just to look at, really. Thanks.
Of course.
I'm glad that we're treating Bob Face well. I know his name is Fast, but he has a face, and obviously it reminds me of the fact that he has a face. Where was I? Tammy has eaten the cheeseburger. Salt Technology says there's a factory for everything, and Charlie97 says nice impression. Thank you. I've been working on them. I've been planning on actually hiring a professional voice acting coach to eventually be able to speak Scottish. But unfortunately, I can't quite get this around, me friends.
That's very far off Scottish.
What do you mean this was very far off Scottish? I've been trying my best at this. You're hurting me feelings. Hold on, me feelings was Irish.
Not quite sure where you're going.
I don't know. This is why I need a professional coach. Lieutenant Lucan wouldn't call it a factory in Russian, but he doesn't know the correct counterpart in English. A place where they manufacture the loaves. A manufactory?
No, a bakery.
Oh, a bakery. Oh yeah, a bakery. Yes, that's also a good word. Bakery. Although I do prefer the bread manufactory. There's a nicer ring to it. Sal Technology agrees. He would also call it a loaf manufacturing plant.
A loaf manufactory.
And Potato says, what money? He only makes $250 bi-weekly. Oh heavens, that's Canadian money, isn't it? Ooh, that hurts. Well.
Let's train some
Still,
people.
I believe in you. You can do it. Just think of Monday, Potato. It'll happen. Next week. More on that later.
My campaign on fractures isn't bringing in any patients, it seems.
Could that be because we're not in the region where there's a fracture thing going on?
Maybe. We've seen a few people come in here, but there's actually a queue for people wanting to get into the ward, but not the fracture ward. So I think we'll give that a miss in future.
Lieutenant Lucan points out that he thinks a bakery is more like a small shop. He meant a literal huge manufacturing facility for bread.
Yeah, we'd still call it a bakery, even if it's a factory.
Yeah, but you call a saucer both no, hold on. You call both a UFO and a saucer. No, wait, I ruined that again. I'm trying to point out that you have weird names for many different things.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll agree to that.
My latest attempt at finding
Ew,
a lot of
Greece.
bird watching. Man, those things are fast.
Wow.
Also, people get nervous when you carry binoculars wherever you go. Especially when you're staying in their back gardens.
Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, what would be the definitive difference between a plant and a factory? A plant would produce more oxygen than a factory. The factory is mostly considered a singular building, while a plant is a huge stretch of land with potentially several buildings on it.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Any plant just refers to, it's like the technical term. So anything that is referred to as a plant, I mean, that could be anything like a digger, like a JCB, or like a mechanical digger would be called heavy plant machinery. Robots are considered to be plant equipment.
Oh, so a plant
The
would...
factory itself is called the plant. So anything involved with manufacturing.
A factory would be part of the plant family.
Yes.
Anyway, the holistic CEO is coming by again to probably sniff on our flowers and patients and kick some puppies, I don't know. Apparently we let him into the building still.
Yes.
This is the point where you click OK.
It is. Now,
Well
how
done.
come, since I turned the speed up, our profits, our hospital value is dropping instead of increasing?
I have no idea. What
No.
did you do?
So I've had to put the speed back to normal while I find this out.
Office.
Or... normal speed. There we go. Yeah. Let's put it back on normal speed. And we'll just control things a little. Let's start sending some sick people home.
Right.
Go home. Go ahead.
Potato says, well, more shifts, Sal. He's still working almost null hours.
Approaching the hospital.
How can you be working more shifts but less hours?
Go ahead.
Doctor to make a scan.
Oh,
Fantastic.
a night fever emergency! There's been an outbreak of night fever. After a group of extras on set of the latest Roderick Cushion film got carried away and didn't want to take off their costumes. The production company needs these clothes back and it's looking to send them for us for treatment. We will be rewarded.
We could easily do this.
Finally.
Who are you? Go home. If you're that sick and you're not in treatment, go home.
Patients for psychiatry on the way.
Got a lot of janitor needs over here, but I've got all my janitors in training, I think is the problem.
Another NPC's wondering, did none of you go to zoos or hiking or camping?
You.
Like,
Which
as part of
ones?
your school trips?
Camping. And hiking. No. That was all, like, far too
Bad news, listeners.
extravagant for my school.
At the end of the week.
To be fair, we had a winter sport day where we had the option between going ice skating, skiing,
Welcome to play with any of my
and wandering to the pub in the next town over if you're poor. I always had weird irrational fears about losing fingers or limbs while
Air jet mask.
skiing or ice skating, so I always opted for the wandering option. Very depressing, but there you go, that's the closest thing I have to hiking. Sound Technology points out that you can call a saucepan even if it isn't made out of sauce.
Please leave toilets as you would hope to find them.
And another NPC believes English is so complicated not even sober native speakers can speak it. Lieutenant Lucan says a UFO would be something that has not been identified yet, so it's not necessarily aliens. Maybe it's
Indeed.
a Russian invasion, maybe a saucer, and maybe it's just a flying pizza.
We need to take a I need to pick up a janitor and take him. Are you a janitor?
Which brings us to Cel's question. Would she eat the alien flying pizza?
Would I eat flying pizza?
No, the alien flying pizza. Well, then again, most flying pizzas are alien.
Hang on. Where was the bit where we definitely needed a janitor? Oh, it was over here. Yeah. Go do
What the hell
things
happened
there.
in there?
Well, I put a lot of janitors into training,
Oh. And they slacked off, I see.
so you know needed to bring a senior janitor over here.
When the sick.
So all I'm waiting for now is for our profits to go up.
Alright, so did she actually answer the question of eating a living alien pizza?
It depends on how tasty it looked and where it had been.
When you say it's an alien pizza, are the toppings alien, or is it just made by an alien?
You know, like the alien flying pizza ship
Yeah?
that we have?
Yeah, it uses an Earthling recipe. Primarily because I didn't think to think up an alien pizza, otherwise I would have put purple pepperoni on it. But then nobody would have been able to tell anymore.
Oh, okay. Right, the marketing campaign has been successful. There's now 11 people waiting to be treated in there.
Oh, so we just had to wait for an entire bus accident of people to arrive.
Obviously. We cured 5 out of 7 people with night fever.
Alright, so the pizza's all alien, but 100% pizza. That's not really helping us. Anyway, Cell Technology wants to know, what about taxes?
What about taxes?
I don't know. Another NPC says, yes, he means a pizza is a pizza and $20 is $20, no questions asked. You pay $20 for a pizza? Hold on, maybe it's Canadian dollars, in which case that's an acceptable price. I'm bashing too much on Canadian dollars today.
Yeah, what's with the bashing on Canadian dollars?
They're
So
like
you're in
monopoly
treatment,
money.
You're in treatment.
But then again, the UK
You're
government,
waiting,
with
go
its
home.
silly Brexit nonsense, is working itself to a monopoly economy too. The board game economy, not the other one.
You're in a
Potato
huge-
wanted to have more shifts, not longer shifts. Oh yeah, that makes
You're
sense.
being treated, you're fine. Go for treatment? No, go home.
But also suggesting that everyone should give me a half an hour of no chat so he can relax and start getting nervous about the stream perhaps not being up to date anymore.
Point charity
Hey.
walkathon is this weekend.
Diagnosis? Go for treatment?
If you want to be easily tracked by
No, go home.
Potato points out that if I went skiing or skating and lost my hands doing it, I wouldn't have to worry about my zombie hands anymore. Yeah, but
Right, you're in treatment. You're in treatment.
I'm
You're
worried
in
that
treatment.
they, accidentally drive over my ear or something.
You need to go home.
Or my nose. Or my toes.
You need to go home.
Or just the fingers, which would make it worse. I
Treatment.
still have all the
Go
bad
home.
bits without having a proper hand anymore.
You're being treated. Go for treatment.
Tammy would not eat a living pizza, even
Yeah,
if it had pineapple on it. The pineapple is what makes it alien, I guess. Oh well.
Right, let's check these out again. You are almost finished treated. You're in treatment.
Lieutenant Lucan never went hiking or to zoos. They only visited museums, factories, and rarely other cities. Mostly the Golden Ring, a series of Russian towns that were founded in the 11th and 12th century.
Ah,
Hold on, we did visit the Museum for Telecommunication at one point. Oh no, wait, that wasn't as part of a school trip. It was a birthday party. It was a great birthday party, I'm telling you that. We had a weird thing with lemon juice and writing secret messages, which was alright, I guess. But, you can easily impress like a 7-year-old with lemons.
with lemons.
Yeah, lemon juice. Where you write secret
no.
messages in lemon.
Boo.
What? How did we lose
Still
the
in-
rising star? Oh, that's
Still
because the
Employer
hospital...
of the year.
The hospital value went down. That's how we lost our rising star.
Yeah, we'll fix that. It's going back up again now. Too cold there, really?
Potato points out that frozen pizza is about 5 to 8 Canadian dollars. Yeah, just did the mental conversion. That sounds alright. It could be worse. Sounds like they're charging extra for freezing it, even if they They could have just left it out in the open, would have had the same effect. But other than that, yeah, well done. I'm proud of you, Canada. See? I can be nice to them too.
Aha.
Publicity update. We've received a gift from Holistics again.
Oh, it's the homeopathic poison again. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Today's sponsor is Rent an Eel.
Rent an eel.
Rent an Eel for all of your short-term eel-based needs. This is 2 Point Radio.
I probably shouldn't mention this, but at one point, all the Archon passwords for the NID were Boris eats eels.
Was it?
Yeah, later on transitioned into Boris eats babies.
Yeah, I remember that bit. I could do another injection campaign because we do have lots of
fair.
injectors.
To be fair, think about it. Eating eels sounds a lot more reasonable than eating babies.
Could do psychologists because we've got lots of psychologists.
For a second there, you shaking your head from left to right in a I'm not sure way kind of made me think, you're still trying to imply that it's morally more dubious to eat eels than babies? Which I'd be totally alright with.
That was just me thinking, what should I do? Should I do another marketing campaign? And because the marketing campaigns do seem to be a good idea. Could do just a general campaign. Let's just see what happens if I do a small, short campaign.
Another NPC paid almost $20 for 40.67 centimeters of pizza. Oh, that reminds me of a local pizzeria out in the countryside that was selling pizzas almost the size of a wagon wheel. I love them. Anyway, Cell Technology says November 12th sure sounded like a busy time, referring to the 11th and 12th century. Lieutenant Lucan earlier on mentioned the Golden Ring cities. Towns in Russia found in the 11th and 12th century, and Cell Technology now made the joke of this being November the 12th. 11/12. American nonsense dating system. Anyway, Potato said if 2 Point Hospital had zombie hand treatment, he would laugh really loudly. Luckily, it doesn't.
Not now. I'm going to cut back on training and stuff. Just go for a bit of tick over. And marketing campaigns. Let's see how we do on that.
Plants need water.
And keeping sick people out of the place.
Right.
So, treatment? No, go home.
Lieutenant Lucan points out that indeed the .916 century, oh, for crying out loud. A fraction of the first century was indeed pretty cool. He's making a maths joke by dividing 11 by 12.
I missed... That didn't come across quite the way you described it.
Yeah, I know. I'm very bad at telling jokes.
Okay. I just waited till we got the cash off that guy and now I'm sending him home. Let's see. You're fine. You're fine.
Cell Technology believes that the 11th, 12th century was the best time. And Lieutenant Lucan says secret messages in juices and milk was indeed a cool gimmick, but then he burned his piece of paper trying to decode it. And Cell Technology says eels are what ills us all. Don't say those mean things about eels, they sustain people like Boris. Another NPC points out that he almost forgot to mention that it's in American dollars for 40.67 centimeters in diameter of pizza. And Cell Technology wants to know, how many American dollars is 40.67 centimeters squared in pizza? You just made the pizza substantially larger. Jesus, calm down.
To psychiatry, please.
Was he's going to psychiatry just to see about his broken leg?
Maybe he's imagining it. Lieutenant Lucan points out that he thinks $20 for a 40-centimeter pizza is a bit much. Well, you know, you have to account for the pizza tax that's surely present in another NPC's country. We gotta discriminate against those Italians somehow. Hold on. No, wait. We don't discriminate against the Italians. They don't buy their own pizza. We just discriminate everyone else who wants pizza and they has to pay more. It's like trying to punish the tobacco industry by putting more tax on it. And then everyone else has to pay more tax on it. Because everyone's addicted to pizza. I mean tobacco. You know what I mean. Tammy figured out that another NPC was talking about American dollars. Yeah, we assumed so. Potato's gonna start getting ready for work, but he's not leaving yet. And he wants to know if I want to talk about the new game I'm gonna play.
I thought we hadn't even decided whether or not that was right for the channel. Have you told Petito that you're going to play it?
I heavily implied, yes.
And so did you actually decide you were going to before you asked me whether or not I thought we should?
I thought we got this through the streamability sensor already. Well, in that case, let's postpone discussions until Sal has give me a stern talking about procedures in this regard. I thought I had the form filled out. I got the request form B32. I've given it to you. You gave me this yellow slip that came along with it back, and I went through the counter to get that checked with. I got my stamp, but apparently that's not enough because I forgot the pink form. Fine. I'll go back through the process. I'll just need to find the accounting bureau down on the 4th floor.
Smell something suspicious? Please fill out form 37B.
37B. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fine, I'll go to 37B2. But why do I need to bring my medical records for a streamability sensor test?
Train 3 staff. Oh, alright.
People are so needy.
I was in the middle of sorting out all those patients.
Cell Technology says December 11th isn't as rounded. Fair point. But still sounds silly if you got the date wrong like that.
Sort of smell in the booth this morning. Burnt
Where
toast, I'd
have
say,
I
from a slightly
put-
busted sell-by-date granary loaf. Nope. I tell a lie. I think it might be more of a seeded farmhouse. Now, I know what you're
What?
thinking. Sounds like something's gone wrong with old Rookie's brain, but the explanation is much simpler. That's right, the new air fresheners from our sponsors, Krusty Fragrance, have arrived. So burn Krusty Freshness and you'll smell toast.
Yeah, I'd like to have some of those. Another NPC means he lives in California, so currently he pays $3 per gallon of gas. So he's jealous of gas prices down in the Midwest.
Did you know that a gallon in the UK is a different size to the gallon in America? American gallons are smaller.
Announcement. Bins will become full.
Let's
I see.
Yeah.
They make it smaller so they can feel bigger.
Oh, somebody's died, and I've been doing my best to make sure that.
He looked so good too. What the hell is going on with Boss with Sparta photo?
Oh.
Pandemic emergency. There's been an outbreak of pandemic after a range of saucepans were mislabeled as non-stick. A group of sufferers are now looking for treatment. I like the mental image of people thinking, oh yeah, non-stick. I can perfectly put that on my head with no consequences at all.
Bonablat, hello!
Hello!
Pandemic patients on the way.
Sorry. Hey, grazie! No, wait. That was Swiss.
Isn't it,
Good
Guten
morgen, alle
Abend.
fine. It's always dawn somewhere. I don't believe in good evenings, only good mornings.
Alright, you're on your way home. You're being treated.
Tammy said lol.
You need to go home.
I'm not sure if this was in response to another NPC being jealous about gas prices in the Midwest. Oh yeah, that was another reason why I'm glad I stopped driving cars. Gas prices and petrol prices are through the roof and insane. I don't like it. Same going for insurance pay. Oh, it's probably just me though. Anyway.
Well, if you will insist on driving your car like a submarine.
That just implied very defensive driving, excuse me. Trying to remain unseen, bombing the enemy when they're not looking, having tunnel vision, literally. And driving as if I'm going through molasses or something. Also, steering is not very easy. I have like a huge turn circle. I'm starting to realise the more I'm explaining this metaphor, the worse I sound as a driver.
Where are you going? Why are you not going to the right place? Because you want to... No, go home. You're not going to be able to play a game on the Sega and get treated in time before you die. Therefore, go and die off the premises, thank you.
Right. Where was I? Cell Technology wants to know, is the combination of pizza and tobacco a taco? No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Well,
No.
it could be.
No, it's not. I do not want to think about the idea of sprinkling tobacco on a pizza. You make it sound gross.
Well, yeah. It does sound gross.
Yeah, well, why are you saying, then? Yes, let's ruin this perfectly fine pizza.
Holistics, environmental medicine and
Gonna
pharmaceuticals,
go
the company's
in...
healthcare branch,
I think
also
we'll
known as
oops, no, wrong way. We'll put you first in the queue.
completely free of palm oil. Holistics will now use orangutan oil in all its medicine instead.
But you can just go straight
How
for
do they
treatment.
make orangutan oil?
Maybe they get some orangutan.
Do they squeeze it?
I'm not sure what would happen if you squeezed an orangutan.
It'll probably get very angry.
Yeah.
Bornblatt informs us that it's not really morning for him. Again, like I said, it's always dawn somewhere. Having a good morning is a set of mind, not something based on location. Especially if you've transcended the plane of this planet. I'm trying to say I might be high in my belief of referring to any time of the day as morning. I find it very amusing.
Yeah, you can go home.
Potato says, no! Followed by a defeated Neil. That was in response to you denying the streamability request. Lieutenant Lucan was going to ask what kind of game we were going to play. Well, I was trying to keep it a secret, in case Sal says no, but seeing how Potato already spilled the beans a little bit further down, there's no point in hiding it anymore, so I'll just refrain from addressing it altogether. And there you go. You ruined it. Tammy says...
Now, my surprise was about the fact that just before we started streaming, you suggested that maybe that particular game we should play. And yet Potato already thinks that we are going to play it, which suggests that you had already agreed with Potato that it was a game you were going to play before you'd even asked me
hold the
about
phone
it.
here. You're confusing request form, my dear chieftain.
Did you hand in your request forms the wrong way round?
No, I did not. The streamability request form that I handed in earlier on today was not in regards to the game. That was the streamability request form for the addition of a new slot, which is filled with a previously filled out form in relation to the game that I have yet to mention because I'll try to keep it a weird secret. Anyway, moving on. Tammy pointed out that pizzas and tobacco shall never combine.
Yeah.
Also, Cell Technology doesn't believe in tacos. Probably because you've been sprinkling bloody tobacco onto your pizzas.
I've signed up for a long-distance learning class, how to build your own nuclear submarine. It's a childhood dream of mine,
for
and I'm thrilled
treatments.
I'll finally make it come true after
Right, you
another
go
7
for it.
Oh no, I
shows and
spilled some beans.
435 lessons. More great radio on the way.
Potato wanted to know if he needs to submit a presentation to get through the streamability censoring process. He was going to offer us a PowerPoint presentation or a video. You'll have to fill in a request form for a presentation. I'll guide you to the appropriate forms later on today. Unfortunately, he has, of course, now buggered off already to work.
7 out of 7.
But he
Nice.
wished us a nice stream.
Yes. Thank you, Potato, even though you've probably gone by now.
Cell Technology said, Sup Water Mariners.
Attention, please.
I think he's referring to the fact that I drive horribly.
Speeding this up a little bit and see how we go on.
Cell Technology wants to know what Potato was planning on presenting. The thing we're not talking about. And, he also goes on to explain that they squeeze orange tangs. What's a tang?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, let's let chat decide.
Oh, no, hold the phone. I need to know what a tang is before you go derail that conversation again. I haven't even caught up.
So,
Health Minister visit. Health Minister Tarkin Foxbridge has informed us that he'll be visiting the hospital soon. He looks forward to seeing how much money we're making and judging us accordingly. If he's impressed with the hospital, we might receive some of the county's healthcare budget as a reward.
does Mia have to fill out forms, or is this him bribing Sal? No, this is him trying to distract from the fact that just before we started streaming, he said, I'm thinking about, what do you think about having another stream slot? And then
I was going to draw
streaming
that
a
conversation out.
and then streaming a certain game. And I said, maybe, yeah. What's your motivation for that particular game? Is it because you want to please Potato, or is it because you want to play it? And he said, yeah, well, I won't tell you what he said. And then...
Thank you.
And then we start streaming, and Potato says, are you going to tell everybody about the new game that you're going to play?
Hold on,
Which
I
means
referenced it.
that he's already told Potato, because he didn't have time to tell Potato after he'd asked me.
Oh,
So
don't be like that.
means
You
that
were
he'd
wandering around
already-
aimlessly the entire time.
He'd
I could have
already
had plenty of
told
time to
Potato
tell
that he
him.
was going to do it before he asked me. What Mia could have done was to say, I've spoken to Potato and I've agreed with Potato that I'm going to do this thing. Are you okay with that?
No,
In which case,
that's
I could
worse.
have said either yes or no, or if I had concerns, I would have talked about my concerns. But at least then, I would have. It would have been a little better than saying.
No. Hold the phone.
What do you think about this when you've already?
It's a lot
committed
worse to ask
Potato?
for forgiveness, as you just implied I should have done, than it is to ask for permission. I asked for permission in advance. Of course.
But no, I think let's just ask Stream.
Yeah, in a moment. I need to catch up on all the stuff we missed out
hang
on
on.
reading.
So, because it's not a game I fancy watching, to be honest.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
my kind of game.
Oh, well.
But then, how would you feel about streaming it yourself?
Okay, everybody, it's just the Mia show.
Would you be okay?
Mia,
like me doing,
alone, very depressed.
Like me doing. So
Watch Mia hate himself. It's like him playing Dark Souls, but worse. It's not Dark Souls, by
Dad's
the way.
losing as always.
Wow, thank you.
But let's ask Stream Chat if they'd fancy watching the game. That's probably a good thing to go for. So Mia was contemplating streaming.
Can you briefly click OK and then pause the game so we get the music back? It gets very uncomfortably quiet.
But then you start getting adverts,
Oh yeah, right, sorry.
which is why I'd left it.
I
Don't
forgot.
exercise, eat well, or think about your many, many problems.
Can you help me?
Just take C-Clear from Holistics. the county's first all-natural multivitamin eye drop.
What?
Its 48 secret ingredients are guaranteed to be in your eyes. See Clear eye drops. Make everything seem better.
I'm pretty sure it's a bad idea to squeeze juice into your eye.
2 Point Radio.
There we go. We're back to pleasant music.
Okay, so do you want to tell people what the game is?
Oh, right. Yes.
So this would be
Nier.
Nier Monday.
I was about to make it very dramatic, and you just it's Nier Monday.
Monday.
You ruined the name. A,
Nier
it's Nier
Automata.
Day. B, Nier Automata. Thank you. That was my presentation.
So let's see. I mean, I get the feeling that chat would be quite. If it means an extra stream, chat would be happy no matter what it is that we're playing. It's just a game I just don't fancy watching.
Right, so here's the choice you'll have. You can either have me torturing myself with Nier Automata for, I don't know, 4 or 8 weeks. I don't know how long this game plays. No, it's not Nier Automata, it's Nier Automata. It's that weird Japanese game. I haven't played any Japanese or Eastern games at all so far. At least the modern ones, I suppose. And I never connected them, and I thought, alright, maybe I can try with this one. It has been strongly recommended to me by Potato. It's kind of unfair that we're having this conversation after he's left now. Bornblatt wants to know, aren't all Japanese games weird? Yeah, that's what I thought, but again, there's some weirdos out there who strongly advocate on how good games like Metal Gear is? I don't know. So again, this is to broaden my horizon, but basically the choice you have here is either me torturing myself with Nier, which is not to be confused with Mir, although I would probably call it Mir Automata, or you could wait until I come up with a different game to stream on Mir Day that Sal would enjoy. There you go. Now I can catch up on chat. Do you have something to say before I go on a 15-minute rant about what chat's saying in the last few minutes?
No.
Bill also asked, a new slot, 3 streams a week. 3 streams a week? Yeah, I might have spilled some beans there. To be fair, Sal gets so weird random streams, and I thought, I want that too, but maybe I can have some structure to it. So yes, Min Day. It's the only other day of the week that kind of has some weird form of M in it, which I can turn into a Min Day, because, let's be honest, Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday don't sound very good. Why didn't we put you on Saturday? Saturday. Never mind. I realised why we didn't use Saturday now. Sounds awful. Again, Thirsty Thursday doesn't sound very good either. I have to contemplate stream branding now.
Ooh, Mockstar.
Patience for sight on the way.
Another NPC was asking, does Mia actually have to fill out forms, or is this him bribing Sal?
This is why that was the question he asked before we started talking.
Yeah, I know. I actually have to fill out forms. She's the streamability sensor and tells me what's good to go on her channel.
It's not actually physically filling out a form, but we usually do have a chat before.
So who've been filling out all those forms for?
It's because you like to.
I mean, yes, it's part of my being. I like filling out forms. It's very cathartic, but you could have at least used them as some sort of paperweight. Given the fact that it weighs about as much as a piece of paper. Anyway. But also says, yes, Mia does have to fill out forms. He is German after all.
That explains it.
Thank you. Tammy says she thinks that he meant tongs. Oh! Like those weird burger things for barbecues. You know, the weird crab hands for flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Tongs, of course. How could I forget? I love them. I need them as a stream accessory. Just so I can tong
Clack
things.
them.
Yeah.
Is that why you like them? Because they go clackety clack.
It fulfills my weird instinctual inner desire of being a crustaceous being, of being a crustacean.
Oh, like in Spore.
What? No.
This guy needs to go home. You can't get
yeah, hold
treated
on.
in time.
I'm somewhat crustaceous in Spore, but not quite.
You have clackety clackety hands.
Another
in Spore.
NPC's asking, are we going to get a face cam and cooking with Mia? No. Cooking is a Boris kind of thing. Bell also said we're arguing like a married couple again.
Yeah, this was before
I know.
we actually announced the game.
Yeah, like I said, I'm slowly...
Still
you're getting
best boss.
worse.
Still best boss. Yeah, it's because I'm not investing anymore. I'm just waiting for the time to tick over so that we get the... so that we build up the value.
Okay, fair point. Like I said, I'm slowly catching up on chat. Tammy said she thinks Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Oh, someone's died again.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You people, why do you come here just to die?
Bornblood says, we're not just arguing, we're completely different. You mentioned that Dad's losing again. Cell Technology says, Tang is the part of a bladed tool. I didn't know that. Bell also said yes, probably in response to us confirming that there will be a third stream slot. And he also reaffirmed me that they'll be holding my hand through it. Oh no, that was a yes in response to Dark Souls. Again, it's not Dark Souls because I'm really bad at games. Which is why I mostly just never play them. Cell Technology expanded the hand holding with back seating. Lieutenant Lucan says, after the success of Merely an Illegal Immigrant, Netflix welcomes Merely Depressed. Tammy wants to know if you can actually still hear the music over the arguing. Most people said no. Cell Technology was suggesting that I should just use they. No. Then people were asking about me calling it Nier Automata.
Watchdog Henry Jobsworth has been called into the new Sweaty Palms fast food restaurant, Roach Burgers.
Tammy says she hasn't heard of the game, but she'll watch.
No word yet on why the inspectors...
Another NPC says Ace Combat is Japanese and he's loving it a lot. Lieutenant Lucan says it's a weird game, but not as weird as Catherine, so he votes for Nier. Oh yeah, Catherine was a weird other game Potato recommended to me, but I kinda tried to stay away from it after Steam told me it contains inappropriate content, which I'm not content with. Apparently, according to another NPC, Catherine had such good dialogue though. And Cell Technology is saying, what about you just force me to play Dwarf Fortress? Sal, was directed to
I
you.
don't know that. I was just thinking, I'm not sure that Mia would enjoy Dwarf Fortress.
I really enjoy the concept of Dwarf Fortress. I love listening to the stories you tell of Dwarf Fortress and just imagining the intricate mechanics behind the game, but the interface is not very approachable.
Maintenance needed in Starfront.
It's not too bad actually. The interface, it just takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah, I know. And at the moment it's this process of getting used to that I'm trying to avoid. Same reason why I haven't delved entirely into Space Station 13 yet, despite sounding like a game I would probably really enjoy. I mean, for crying out loud, you get to be a guy in space. How cool's that? You're not.
True, that's cool.
You can also be a gal in space. Not for everyone. Not for me, for example, but, you know, the option's there. So that's nice.
Yeah, I think we need to send you home too. You haven't got there fast enough.
Belle also says, Mia, you don't need Sal. You're a big boy now. Hold on a second, are you calling me fat? I have you know morbidly obese.
Doctor needed in GP's office.
Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, does Mia like puzzle games? Depends on the type of puzzle. I'm not a very big fan of the nonsense that goes on in point-and-click adventure puzzle games. It's just
But you like
doing me
Portal
bloody
type stuff,
head.
don't you?
I did like Portal. I did like Polarity. I did love Antichamber. Lovely stuff all around there. Although I do notice that most of them seem to be first-person puzzle games. I'm sure there are also other puzzle games that I liked. I have to think about it though. I did enjoy The Curse of Monkey Island. Or whatever the other ones were called. Return to Monkey Island? No, that was the most recent one. I get those mixed up all the time. Cell Technology wants to know, does it have good NPC dialogue? Near Automata, I have no idea. I have only been told vague things by Potato.
Yeah, Mia's playing it because Potato wants him to play it, not because Mia knows anything about the game or whether or not he wants to play it.
Well, you're the one to talk.
having-
You're the one who's been advocating for me starting a Sunless Thief series, despite not knowing anything about the game
'Cause
either,
I
so you
want
can't
you to
hold that
play
against
it.
him. I'm just a streaming vessel that the will of other people is filled into. We have another lightheaded emergency with weird students stuck in the library. I love this song, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely listening to it. Another NPC says, you know what? I'd apparently get bogged down in Russia. What? Charlie97 wants to know, would it be regular time? Yes, it would be on midday at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, which will be about 1 hour and 40 minutes ago from now if you're watching this live. Well done. That should give you an idea of how long you still have, by the way. Just as a warning in the background of your head. Cell Technology says, paper weighs as much as paper. A miracle of science. It's not quite as much since I usually write on the paper, so it's slightly heavier than usual. Bone and Blood is suggesting I should play Hearts of Iron and conquer the world as Germany. Yeah, that's a nice idea. But to be fair, Sal's the strategy pro here. She would perform a lot better at it than me. Hold on, was Hearts of Iron the strategy game? Or was it the weird game where you drive around in a tank? I get those mixed up too. Ugh, I'll look at it later. So Lieutenant Lucan is suggesting I should expand the Hearts of Iron experience with the Kaiserreich mod. Oh yeah, and that's when I get bogged down in Russia. Cell Technology in the meantime is also suggesting Command and Conquer. And Charlie97 would actually appreciate a Command and Conquer stream. Lieutenant Lucan wants to know why I'm playing Nier if I have something against inappropriate content. I did not get an inappropriate content sticker warning when I clicked on Nier, did I? Oh no. Don't tell me it has inappropriate content. That vote will go out the window then. Nier. Oh no.
What? Does it have inappropriate
This
content?
game may contain content not appropriate for all ages or may not be appropriate for viewing at work.
The health minister is arriving.
Oh, you need to go home.
Maybe I'll just go back to Dark Souls. Watch me get stuck in the tutorial level for about a decade.
Prepare drug mixer.
I've never played Dark Souls. Okay, to be fair, I tried out Dark Souls. I made a character that looked really ugly because he can't do a whole lot in the game, but, you know, the tools provided to you. Waddled around and didn't quite figure out what to do, so I stopped. There you go. That was my Dark Souls experience so far. I'm sure I can build on it. Anyway, where was I? Oh. Bonenblatt is surprised that I know Space Station 13, and he wants to know if I need a personal teacher for Space Station 13. He would volunteer. It's a very kind offer, but I imagine I could probably also learn it through a YouTube tutorial, and I wouldn't want to burden you with my existence.
Awesome. Inject some
I will try to look at it again, and if I remember correctly, there were some Nidites who also were planning on starting a Space Station 13 server, in particular Spider-Man,
What's the worst that can happen?
Drunk Spider-Man, fellow weird friend we have.
This is 2 Point Radio.
He smells occasionally. As in, not he has a weird body odor, he just likes sniffing on people.
Oh, 6 out of 7, not bad.
Maintenance announcement.
That's where that joke came from.
Routine servicing.
Charlie Down 7 believes that Nier would be a bit too fast-paced for me. Bell also points out that he's also morbidly obese. He wants to have a fat off. How on earth does a fat off even work? Do you just work out who dies of diabetes the fastest? Sorry, diabetes. 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 I don't know how to do that. I'm rambling to myself a lot. Lieutenant Lucan says he saw Sunless Sea. It's a tranquil roguelike game with a fantastic setting and lots of reading with quests and stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I knew about the fantastic setting. I saw that in the pictures. It looked really nice. But again, that was the majority of what I knew about the game. So you spoiled it. Well done. Also, I apparently missed a quality pun.
Did you? I missed the quality pun too.
I don't know what the quality pun is. I can't discern between the two. As in puns and quality. Because they're mutually exclusive. Yeah, I made a joke.
Ah. Oh,
Rejoice.
we have another death.
People. Anyway.
Maintenance announcement.
Yes, Bonenblatt confirms the Hearts of Iron was the strategy game. Again, Sal used to be a master expert player at Age of Empires and similar games. Oh.
Until I stopped being singly focused on one game. Because I put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into Ages of Empire. But that was when there was no shiny things around. It was the only game to play.
Ah, that reminds me of lovely old days when I was making maps for some reason for Age of Empires 2. That was a fun experience.
Yeah,
I
did
love
a couple
that.
of those. Actually, it wasn't Age of Empires I did maps for. It was Age of Mythology, I think.
I think I had that one too. But to be honest, the game that had the most of my attention around that time was Heroes of Might and Magic 2, which is kind of like Age of Empires, but it has snakes and large spiders. Hold on, did they have spiders?
What kind of year are you talking about? Might and Magic. This sounds a little later than I'm talking about.
Does it? Hold on, let me find out.
Yeah.
I was certain they came out around the same time. Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Oops, no, not 5. I said 2.
Imminent.
Oh, another one. Okay. Oh, still no deaths.
1996, and Age of Empires 2 came out in 1999. Heroes of Might and Magic 2 was older.
Okay.
Take that, atheists! Publicity update. Tarkin Foxbridge has sent us a handwritten note following his visit to the hospital. I'm thrilled to see that you succeeded in executing my 170-step plan for ideal healthcare. With an excellent plan it was. What an excellent plan.
Indeed.
This is Nigel
Right.
Nickel.
We need to get some more patients in. Now that I've gotten rid of some of the sick ones.
And once again,
Now hold on. I looked at the Wikipedia article for Age of Empires to Age of Kings. Is there a difference?
For the next few hours,
Yeah, Age of Empires came out first, Age of Kings came out second, Age of Mythology came out third. But I am talking about when I was big into Age of Empires was around about year 2000 anyway.
Age of Empires 2 still came out in 1999. Well, there we go. I missed out on chat again, by the way. Sunless Seath missed a quality pun. Some people say it's quite slow, though. Sunless Sea, probably. I'm not sure, I haven't played it. Again, a spoiler. But also says, yes, Hearts of Iron 4 is a strategy game. It's basically the virtual version of Risk. Well, I liked Risk in the past. Hold on, I thought I read all of these things before. Charlie97 says, it's Nier is way faster than all the other games I've played so far. And Bell also says Nier is Japanese. He's sure there's lots of octopus tentacles in inappropriate places.
I'm not sure Mir has even... I don't know. Are you aware of that particular fetish, Mir?
What?
As far as I'm aware, it's a fetish that is particularly...
Can we switch the topic, please, to fighting and skirts? Oh no, Charlie, why did you make that? Fighting in skirts is not making this better. Born in Blood says, well, the thing is that the things that happen in Dwarf Fortress are not really kid-friendly either.
Yeah,
yes, but they happen to bearded men.
Kid-friendly in a way that doesn't upset, or not kid-friendly in a way that doesn't upset me.
Also, the bearded men have a big axe with which they can use to strike back.
Yeah, Mir is much more upset by the idea of nakedness and such.
All of East Germany. Anyway, Bornblatt is wondering if other people feel like the stream has a big delay. If you're referring to the fact that I'm really slow at reading out messages,
Mia's
really
a long way behind chat.
Yeah, that's just me being bad. If you want to try it, type out something in chat now, and then measure the time, how long it takes me to reach the point when I read it out, to know how far behind I am, which comes coupled with stream delay, but stream delay is the smaller part of it.
Find the fortitude to continue such excellent work day after day. And I reply, because I have been bestowed the gift of broadcasting by some divine force, you simple peasant. One does what one is born to do. And I was born to play this next tune.
Oh, let's send you home if you haven't yet been to the doctor.
I love this man.
We're back on top of this.
Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, how does Mia think about games with a lot of reading? It depends. I really adored Tyranny. Wonderful game. Love it to death. Would love to stream it. But I'm not entirely sure if the classic RPG format, A, lends itself to a stream format, and B, it has the minor problem of having a ton of reading. And while reading in moderation is fine, I find if I have to read out the entire stream, reading you an entire book throughout it, it gets a bit grating on my voice, especially if I have to do voices. I still dread slightly what we did with the Ghost of a Tale, but at least had a funny effect. If only I could perform a Scottish accent, I would totally be up for games with lots of text. But feel free to throw them at me. I mean, I can still look at them and then decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna die throughout that.
Yeah, I'm doing away with the cafe because we never make any money there. Oops.
Ah, so that's the problem. Can't you just delete the entire room? And it also sells everything.
Well, I thought about that and then I thought, well, I might change my mind for some reason, so we'll just sell the furniture.
Oh, so this is just the really dark corner of the hospital.
Yeah. Well, it keeps
The
things
dark
like
side of the hospital.
like the radiators and stuff are all in there then.
Nice.
Oh, cafe is missing a cafe.
Cell Technology probably thinks that Cell Technology thinks that I'm probably reading games with lots of reading in my mind.
I suppose. I
Cell
should
Technology
sell it.
also refers to the H of H of the HH of H. And Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, have I played Papers, Please? Yes, I have. I enjoy it. It's a very cathartic experience. I actually brought the early demo where you can play for, I think, 10 days or so into my graduation class or something. Oh, now you deleted the room entirely.
Yeah, you were right.
And actually got my teachers to try it out. It was a hit. It's probably because most of us were Germans and we like handling papers.
Sounds about right.
Thank you. I also adored the fact that my religion teacher tried it out. And Minecraft! Ah, she loved Minecraft for some reason. Nice elderly lady. For some reason reminded me of Ozzy Osbourne though.
Why?
It's the bat thing.
I see.
No, please don't imagine it. It was horrifying. But it was a religious experience.
She ate bat heads.
Ew, gross. No. She dressed up as one and hunted criminals in the night.
No, that's Batman, not.
I'll explain later.
I think maybe you best had.
Cell Technology quotes me here.
Okay.
Beard men have big axe that makes it kid friendly, which apparently is the best logic. I think Bonenblatt said something along those lines, yes.
That it is improper to end a sentence with a preposition. Bosh and piffle, I hear you say. Yet it is undoubtedly true. Unless you wish to
Right,
sound like
let's
a barbarian,
do
who never again utter a
another
phrase such as,
injection
"This
campaign."
isn't advice I'm going to listen to.
Janitor to report.
Right, where was I? Oh, apparently that was a part of Nier.
What was the part of me?
Nier, I'm not sure. Oh, fighting in skirts. Fighting in skirts is a part of Nier. Yeah, again, you're already slowly draining my resilience. I might just crash down on the floor, cry a bit, and then stick with something more torturous.
Attention. Don't feed the
But less
ghosts.
inappropriate.
Thank
Like
you.
death. Anyway, where was I? Lieutenant Lucan says, 9 hours, 9 people, 9 doors is a great game. Half of the game is a Japanese visual novel, but without any weird stuff. The other half is escape the room puzzles, but without pixel hunting. It's logic puzzles. Ah, I see the Japanese visual novel bit and reading have a connection there. Ooh, how many Oh, it has 9 people. I'd need to develop 9 personalities and maintain them over several streams. Oh, this is not going to work. I already had problems with Lobotomy Corporation, which now I'm thinking about is probably a Japanese sort of game. Definitely Eastern.
Didn't feel Japanese though. Lobotomy Corporation. I've got nothing against Japanese games, to be honest.
It's just the most prominent examples that come from there, like Metal Gear and Monster Hunter Worlds
Yeah,
and
it's
Nier
just
Automata are not really my thing.
types of games that some of which are Japanese that I'm not really fond of. Lobotomy Corporation was Korean. Ah.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, but I did it. I actually quite like this.
Well, also said
fits in.
Mia made it funny in reference to my religion teacher. No, it was all her. She was the funny person. I had a great time with that woman.
We failed to finish the 2 marketing campaigns in time. I thought it was going to be to start 2. I didn't think it would include actually finishing one.
Tammy points out that I shouldn't mention the Aussie and Bat thing. It was horrifying when it happened. Yeah, I don't like it when people dress up as bats and scare people in the night. Worst example is John Batman.
John Batman?
Yes.
I don't know John Batman.
Well, for a start, he dresses as bats because bat guys are afraid of bats. It's a known fact. And he's got moves and tricks up his sleeve.
In staff room.
And you can reach him by putting a light in a cloud.
Yeah, I seem to remember that bit. I didn't remember the bit about him being... No, I do remember the bit about him being afraid of bats, now you mention it.
Yes!
On 2 Point Radio.
What are
Bungle
we
Meditech has
doing
announced
on-
a major breakthrough in the cure for baldness, though they have refused to share any details. One wonders if this has anything to do with the explosion in Blyton, which saw a forest of hair spring up overnight.
Concerning. Bornblood thinks the delay was approximately 4 minutes until I got to something. Yeah, that sounds like me. Actually, it sounds better than me.
Yeah.
A lot
so
quicker.
it's not a stream delay, it's a mere delay.
Wow.
I,
Did you just call me slow?
I get like that at times as well. It tends to be more when I'm co-hosting Mia's stream that I fall behind chat, because I get into chatting with chat and then chat's faster than I do. Good.
Cell Technology says you can check the actual stream delay from the extra options on the stream in the video statistics. I could, but I'm not going to.
Maintenance announcement. Bins will become full.
Lieutenant Lucan is only suggesting stuff. He doesn't want to force people to play it, but I will keep the 9 people game in mind. As soon as I might be able to do a Scottish accent properly, I will probably consider it again.
Stanley Parable. What if we got Mia to argue with the narrator in the Stanley Parable?
No, I love the man. I couldn't. I played the original version. I applied to be the German narrator.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, as the voice actor. Only problem is that in the end he decided the English voice actor is too prolific to translate it. That was at the time when it was still a mod instead of a fully fledged game.
Ah.
But, oh, you know. I'm falling behind on chat again. The Lobotomy Corporation suggesting stuff. What have we got me to play the Stanley Parable? Oh, I'm not that far behind. Wow. Cell Technology wants to know, is John Batman related to John Space Marine? No, they're totally different people. Lieutenant Lucan says, bloody cyanide and happiness jokes. He stopped watching them a while back. They're making games now.
Do you need to put some benches around here?
I'm not entirely fond of their weird Battle Royale game, but I got it for free, so that's nice. What does Mia think of turn-based strategy games? Well, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 was a turn-based strategy game.
Was it?
Oh yeah, hold on. That makes it not so much an Age of Empires 2 thing. Sorry, I forgot. It was a turn-based strategy game. I really loved it. I enjoyed the idea of playing Hot Seat, where multiple people would play on the same computer.
Age of Empires wasn't real-time... Oh, sorry, yes, it was real-time strategy, not turn-based strategy.
Yeah, I know.
Where advanced techniques and experimental treatments could make you live forever.
I don't like their practices, but I like their radio ads.
Ours will leave you speechless. 24 hours
Let's have some psychiatry. Do a psychiatry campaign.
So, all in all, I think I like turn-based strategy games, but to actually get into them, I would really need to love the setting. Because, to be fair, after a while, I find they tend to get tedious.
The best turn-based strategy game that I like is what's that weird one I was playing for ages?
Northgard?
No, that's real-time strategy,
Sorry,
not turn-based strategy.
Can't tell. The Evolution one.
The one where you where you gotta like move the people through the hexes and then you play the card game for the combat. Oh, what's it called?
I think Thea?
Thea, of course. I just completely forgot. I really love Thea. And Thea 2's come out, which I was really eager to play, and I'm still really eager to play. Except
there's another shiny thing.
there's Dwarf Fortress.
That's the shiny thing.
I can't stop playing Dwarf Fortress.
It's like a diamond in the rough.
Indeed.
Thank you. On a side note, if you've enjoyed this stream so
gosh,
far...
are we at that point?
Yes. I'm not sure if we made any progress on that 3-star hospital rating.
No, so I think what we'll do next time is
Cheat.
ditch this hospital and move on to the next one. Because I only came back to this one because I thought, oh, it'll be quick and easy.
Bone and Blood is also waiting for Thea 2.
Ah,
Nice.
it's out. Dwarf Fortress 2 is out, by the way.
What?
I thought that's what we were playing. We're playing Chapter 2, aren't we?
You're playing Slaves of Amrock 2, Dwarf Fortress. You know. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this so far and would like to see more Sal shenanigans, tune in anytime on this weekend when Sal will probably be streaming Dwarf Fortress at very random hours in the middle of the night. We'll see.
Right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Hold on, I wasn't done with my whole outro thing. I mean, I haven't even mentioned me.
Sorry, you had a big pause.
I'm trying to play myself up, make it more dramatic. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you'd like to see Mir cry by himself on Monday, tune in on Monday, or Monday as it'll now be called, at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, which will be out 2 hours ago from now, where he will be playing something that hasn't yet been decided by the streamability censor. But it'll probably be torturous, and he'll probably do it alone. And I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to stream it to Sal's channel.
Yes, of course you're allowed to. You stream what you want to my channel.
Yeah, but that's why I need to go through the streamability censor first.
I don't have to watch it. Yeah, I mean, especially with it being Monday, because Monday I'm always suffering from weekend jet lag, and I generally go to bed quite early on a Monday. I'm always knackered.
Well, there you go. That's Sal's life. Yeah. Or alternatively, tune back in on Wednesday when I'll be reliably probably still be playing Spore. Still 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time. Somewhere in between, Potato's also planning on streaming, and maybe Apple's coming back. We'll never know.
Oh yeah, depending on his shift pattern.
Yeah, at the moment he's still on night shift, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that's the outro. I'm very bad at doing these things. People are arguing about XCOM 2 and Dwarf Fortress 2. Very confusing. Are you going to look at the leaderboard or something? Oh no, you're not. You've already alt-tabbed out. It's over. Tammy said goodbye. Lieutenant Lucan wishes you a nice life. Oh, he just said bye. Never mind.
Bye, everybody.
Farewell.